So do you clip stuff or not really?
What do you mean clip stuff? Like my toenails?
Yeah. Yes.
That's weird.
Videos or like clip.
Oh, clips from the podcast?
Probably not. It's probably too much work, huh?
Like I extract the clips?
Like if there are like long pauses or whatever, you just kind of let them roll.
I typically just do everything raw. It's fine if there's long pauses.
Okay.
But usually, but I will, like if there's anything like that messes up the flow of it, then I'll definitely like trim it down or something. But for the most part, like the flow goes fine. Like once you get going and once you kind of get into it, it's actually really normal. And once you get comfortable, it's fine. Welcome back to Pack Mentality. And today we have Coach Kim on the podcast. We're very excited to have her on. She's going to share about how her training's changed in the last year and everything, because we haven't had her on the podcast in the last 2 years. So we're just going to get an update from her coaching style, how her coaching style has evolved in the last 10 years. And we're just going to get to know her a little bit better as well. Very excited to have you on, Kim. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Matt. I'm excited to be back.
I'm very excited to have you. Thank you so much for coming. I like it. We're going to start off with something a little bit different today. So we're going to do a little game. Okay, so what we're going to do is you're going to have 4 different categories to build out your ultimate CrossFit workout, and you have $15 to spend, and each movement per category is going to have a $5, $4, $3, $2, and $1 option per category.
Okay.
And the categories are barbell strength, conditioning, let's see.
Do I get to see this?
No, you don't, because you have to make quick decisions, and I can say it back to you.
Okay.
And then the last one
repeat
will be wild card.
Okay.
Interesting. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. So you have $15 to spend. So the first one we're gonna go with is barbell strength. So you have $5 to spend on either push press, $4 for a power clean, $3 for a deadlift, $2 for a squat clean, or $1 for a squat snatch. Which one are you going with?
Squat snatch.
Wow, you're gonna spend $1. Dang, I should have made this harder.
You already know. That's my jam.
I know.
What was the first option?
Push press.
Push press?
Hey, all the easy ones are cheap. So you have $14 left. Wow, you got a lot of money.
Okay. So what happens if I have extra money at the very, very end?
Then you can spend it on extra stuff. On the last category. The wild card category is actually the fun one. All right, so now we're gonna go into conditioning. So you have $14 left to spend on conditioning. You can pick multiple ones too, because you have got a lot of money left. So you have $5, you got a 400-meter run. $4, you got a 30 cal row. $3, 25 cal echo bike. $2, 100 double unders. $1 shuttle sprints, which is 10 times 25 feet.
I'm actually gonna pick. I really want to say double unders, but I'm actually gonna pick the 400-meter run.
Wow, you're gonna spend $5.
I've been running more, so it's not terrible.
Wow, you spent some money. So we went from $1 to a $5 option. So that leaves you with $9 left. We're gonna move on to gymnastics. Okay, so we have or body weight movements. So $5 you got sit-ups, $4 you got push-ups, $3 you got pull-ups, $2 toes to bar, $1 ring muscle-ups.
What was the first option?
Sit-ups for $5. The easy one.
I'm gonna throw in ring muscle.
Wow, you're gonna spend $1.
Yeah. Okay.
Wow, let's put that.
Working on that too.
Well,
The things that
I should have made this a lot harder. I underestimated you. Okay, so you still have $8 left. So you got a lot of money left. Yeah. So we have the wild card. Okay. So for $5, you got 50 wall balls. $4, you got 30 box jump overs. $3, you got 15 thrusters. 95 pounds, by the way. $2, you got rope climbs, and then $1, you got 150-pound, 100-foot sandbag carry.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, I don't think you want to go with that one.
Wow.
The $1 is pretty bad for this one.
It wasn't. What was not the wall ball? What was the second one?
Box jump overs. 30
Yeah,
pounds.
I like the box jump overs.
Okay, so you're gonna go $4 with that.
You didn't say how many rope climbs.
3. 20 feet as well. It's not 50 feet.
No, I'm gonna pick the box jump overs.
You're gonna box jump overs? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, let's lock that in, and we'll see how much money you have left, because my memory is not that good. You still have $4 left. So you want to spend it on anything else?
What can I spend it on?
You can spend it on anything. You just can't spend it on the 50 wall balls because you have $4.
I would probably pick the sandbag carry just for funsies.
Dang, the sandbag carry. Okay, we'll lock in the sandbag carry.
Yeah, man, that's hard to just pick it up, but
Man, I'm surprised. I hate sandbag carries. I'm surprised you picked that one. I would have taken thrusters and rope climbs over it.
make it interesting.
Interesting. Well, what makes you pick the sandbag carry?
Because it's really hard. Yeah.
But that's how I formatted the
hard
question.
stuff.
That's how I formatted the questions. I gave all the hard ones for cheap, thinking you weren't going to pick them, and of course it backfires.
Well, I mean, if you know me, I like to pick the hard thing to do.
That's very true.
How you grow.
That's a great point.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, that was a fun game.
Yeah, that was cool.
That was fun. Okay, well, let's get into...
Wait, do you get to answer these questions?
Well, I'm not going to answer these. This is your podcast.
All right. Cool. That was fun.
That was fun.
So what was my workout now?
Oh,
what is the
good
workout?
Lord. Yeah, let's put it together.
Yeah.
Now, I'm putting it in ChatGPT as we speak. Now put together.
I picked squat snatch. Did it say how many squat snatches?
No, it was just a barbell movement. Well, let's just say it's 155 for 10 reps.
Oh, well, that changes.
I should have been more specific. Okay.
I can do that, though. I can do that.
Yes, you can. Okay, so
there was running, squat snatch,
sandbag carry. Okay, so the workout that ChatGPT spit out was 3 rounds, 3 squat snatches. It just says heavy, so we'll just say 155. 400-meter run, 3 ring muscle ups, 30 box jump overs. You didn't say thrusters, but it put in 15 thrusters. We'll put that. We'll put in the 100-foot sandbag carry.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Well, the thrusters, that makes it hard. At least if we take the thrusters
That's a lot of stuff.
That's a cool workout. I should do it.
Dude, that's 2 barbells you got to set up.
Ooh. Yeah, I didn't think about that. Well, I didn't pick thruster.
I know. I know.
Thanks, ChatGPT.
That's how ChatGPT is. It's stupid sometimes.
Well, that sounds like fun. We should do it.
That looks terrible. Maybe. I'll think about it. All right, let's get into our meat and potatoes of the podcast. So, Kim, first question. So, what's one thing that's changed in your training routine since the last time you were on the podcast?
Last time I was on the podcast, I believe was 2023.
Yeah, 2 years ago.
I remember I was looking through my Instagram archive because a lot has happened past couple of years, but I'm pretty sure 2023 was that the year to Build and Burn?
I think so. I think that's when we launched Build and Burn.
Yeah.
2 years of Build and Burn. Nice.
Yeah. I remember Build and Burn was really big, 2023. And then I remember 2024 came around. That was the year of like the challenges and stuff, huh? Yeah. Do you remember that? The monthly challenges?
Monthly challenges.
Push-up challenge. I really like that.
The push-up challenge was awesome.
Yeah, that was good. I know he kind of fell off on those challenges, but I actually really enjoyed that. Especially like the pull-ups. Got me to do pull-ups every day. The squat challenge was fun. But I think the biggest change that has happened since the last time I was on was probably going into individual programming with the one and only Matt Banwart, my coach.
Thanks for the plug.
Yeah.
Free advertising, I'll take it.
I mean, that is where I saw the most growth. So, I mean, we didn't really start it till later in the year of 2024. I think maybe November, December. Do you remember when we started?
Yeah, I think it was probably November.
Yeah, because I remember it was after, like 2024 was, I think that was the year of Wadapalooza, right?
Yeah,
So
we started talking after Wadapalooza.
Yes.
To get a little more specific.
Yeah, so, SoCal, Wadapalooza, that was fun. And I think Caitlin and I just signed up just to see where we would fall. She did great. I felt subpar. I don't remember what place I was in, maybe 17th, somewhere middle of the pack, I think in the lower half. And then also we did the Wadapalooza Miami qualifier.
Yeah, that was fun.
And yeah, I didn't make the cut. So I just kind of felt bummed with my performances from both of those. I know I didn't really specifically train for it. I was doing a lot of the classwork and the Build and Burn. And I mean, I did okay, but I just know the past comps that I've done, I've always been on the lower half of the leaderboard. And I feel like I always put in so much work and effort every time I come into the gym. And so I had signed up for Bridgetown. And I think that's what motivated me to really knuckle down on just getting individual programming and actually training specifically for a competition. And so that's why I went to you, and I've seen a lot of growth, a lot of gains from that. And I'm always going to remember that because I remember you were programming for me in the beginning when I first started. Remember that?
I do remember. I
Yeah.
remember the first workout I gave you. It was like a long aerobic piece with kettlebell swings, and you were whining about your back, and I'm like, oh, we got a long ways to go.
I could not do kettlebell swings. It was probably like a green kettlebell,
I
right?
think it was a blue, actually. Oh my gosh. Went straight to blue with you.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think when Build and Burn came around, I think we, put a pause on the individual programming. So I think it was really cool getting back on a true coach. And I mean, it did, take me away from some of the classes, but I knew I was doing everything specific for my needs. And yeah, I did pretty well at the Bridgetown competition.
You got second.
Yeah, I got third.
Oh, I thought you got second.
I got there. Oh, yeah. But still pretty cool because my goal signing up for Bridgetown, it was an RX only competition. So there were RX males and RX females. So it was pretty small. It was just in their facility because the last Bridgetown comps were at that big arena. I don't know if you remember that with the dirt.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was cool. It was the RX only, and my goal was just to be in the top half of the leaderboard. That's what I wanted. I was tired of being towards the bottom, and I just wanted to see if I can get in the top half, and I ended up placing third. So I thought that was really cool.
No, that's really cool.
Yeah, some girls dropped, so that made the competition a little bit smaller, but still, I think there were 11 girls that got third place out of 11, so yeah, that was a big win for me.
Oh, that was a huge win. And I remember watching you, and it was really cool seeing all the work you put in finally come together and pay off, because I know how it wasn't easy, because at the time we were still in school and then you were coaching. So there were times where you were doing workouts at like 7:30 at night.
Oh my
after
goodness.
Coaching. And I remember I gave you some rough workouts. I specifically remember I gave you one with like a bunch of rope climbs, like 28 dumbbell step-ups and like 28 deadlifts. It was like 4 rounds per time. It was like a really brutal workout, and you were able to push through that.
Yeah, I've had to do many workouts by myself, after coaching, before coaching. I mean, I was grinding, and it's hard working out alone, but you gave me very specific work, and there were a lot of times where I was doubting doing any of it. Like, is this even going to pay off in the end?
Yeah.
I've had a few breakdowns by myself, so no one had seen that, but there was one workout, I don't know if you remember, it was rowing and handstand push-ups and heavy snatches. And I don't remember specifically, but that was tough because I love squat snatches, but of course the squat snatches were at the end of whatever the round was, and I failed many times, but yeah, it's been a journey. It was hard, but it was good.
Yeah.
And I'm very grateful for all of the challenges, all of the good workouts, all of the bad workouts. And it did pay off in the end. I got what I wanted, top half, got placed, and it was great. Yeah. So switching to individual programming was a big win for me. And I'm still doing that. I've invested in another coach in more physiology, so just working on daily habits, nutrition tracking, supplementation. So that's something that I've also started this year, which is cool. It's going well. I started that. We probably started working together maybe April. I got getting blood work done. So I'm working with a physiology coach right now. His name is Christian, and his brand is Sherpa Frontier. And we've been working more on just physiology, just working on the inside, what I put in my body, how much of it, the quality of it, and the timing of everything. So that's been cool. I got my blood work done in April. This has been kind of a tough year, so my stress has been high, so I just wanted to see what was going on the inside. So I got my blood work done around April, then we started, that's a really long process, just getting the appointment, getting the samples drawn and then getting them sent out, and then him analyzing it. And I think we probably started doing the work around June. So it's been, what month are we in? August. It's been a couple months of that. So that's been really cool. That's kind of been my summer project. So it's just another individual programming coaching that I've been investing in. So I think that's been very helpful in my workouts, just taking care of myself on the inside, what I put into my body, and how I take care of myself outside the gym. I think that's where you see the real results.
Yeah, no, that's a great point. There's a lot of people who think or who still think, and this is something I used to believe too, was that all the work is done inside the gym. And that's not true. I would even argue that the majority of the work is outside of the gym. And because, everyone's doing squat cycles, everyone's working hard, everyone can go hard in the gym, but it's how well do you recover? Do you prioritize your sleep, your nutrition, managing your stress levels, hypervolting or foam rolling? It's spending time doing all the stuff that's actually really boring, that's not fun at all, but all the stuff that's actually going to move you forward and help you recover from that.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, when you're training, that's actually when you're breaking down muscle, that's where you're technically getting less fit by training, but the recovery process is actually where the body makes adaptations.
Yeah,
to
exactly.
go harder on the next one.
Yeah, I always tell clients, members at the gym, like, man, you are breaking yourself down. Some people go hard. You got to build yourself up some other time, and that's going to be outside the gym. And I guess I just really felt it after Bridgetown, just other things happening in my personal life. Everything was just kind of piling on to my plate, and I really felt the stress, burnout this year. And so he's just been helping me heal. And I think that's where you're going to see the growth.
Right.
Yeah. So that's been a fun project that I've been working on.
What's one piece of fitness advice that you used to give that you've changed your mind on?
A piece of advice. I don't know if I've ever given this advice. Maybe I've heard this advice. Doing more. Doing more. Like, yes, you do need to do more, but I think you need to be smart about what you're doing. You need to be doing what's right for you, and you need to be strategic about how much you are doing, right? I think that just ties in what we were talking about, doing more at the gym. But if you're getting thrashed and not taking care of yourself outside of the gym, then what's the point of doing more? Because how are you going to recover? How are you going to see the results if you're always breaking yourself down by doing more? So I would say keep doing more, but you got to be doing more of the right things, and the timing of it, how much of it. And I think that's why it's important to have a coach. Someone on your side that knows you, and can tell you exactly what you need to do, how much to do, when to do it, and when to chill out. I feel like that advice I've been giving more often is like, hey, you need to take a break. Take a rest day, because you can see it in the quality of their reps. There are a lot of people signed up for Wadapalooza this year, and I see them working hard at the gym, and they're trying to not only get the volume in, but they're trying to learn these high skills, these advanced skills, like the muscle ups and the handstand walk. But they're so tired that they're not getting it, or they're falling over, it's sloppy. And I ask them, like, have you been resting? Are you taking breaks? Are you picking the right number for yourself? Or are you just trying to do what's on the board in the program? Is this appropriate for you? So I think taking a break is important. I've been feeling it myself. It shows, I think, in your workouts, whether you're ready for it or not. So yes, having a coach, that's important, and just getting the advice, having direction versus just doing it and doing more. that's probably what I would change.
No, I love that. And this is a mistake that I used to make too, is that I would beat myself into the ground and then you would do even more. And I would under recover and then I would get burned out. And you have to play the long game. Like fitness is a very long game, even if you plan on competing. And we even starting to see this happen even at the highest levels. Like you see all these games athletes doing all like they're doing like the CrossFit Games, the semifinals, the World Fitness Project, Wadapalooza. They're doing so many competitions, and this is what burned me out from competition too, is that I would do a competition like once a month, and to the point where it wasn't that I couldn't handle it physically, but it's just mentally draining, just going out there and just selling my soul every time. And then I remember distinctively there was a time where I did a competition and I think I was doing burpees over the bar and I was just over it, like in the competition, like I didn't have that drive mentally. And it was just because like I've done this so much.
Yeah.
Like I'm just so tired of this.
And you don't want to feel that during a
I don't want to feel it. I literally felt that during a competition where I didn't care.
Yeah.
Like I just didn't care.
It's different
and I like
that during
and I didn't like that. Yeah, I didn't like that at all because it was like I didn't even have anxiety before the workout. I just went out there. I'm just gonna work out. Like so,
it just takes the fun out of the
yeah, exactly. I was just major burnout. So that's a major reason why I stopped. And then but now I'm doing Wadapalooza, so I'm excited for that. But it's because I took so much time off from it, and I just kind of focused on the health, the fitness.
good reset.
Yeah, I just reset for a solid 2 years. I'm taking it. I still worked out like 5-6 days a week.
Yeah.
But that was it. Like I didn't do a ton of extra stuff. I did pretty much just a class and then moved on. And that was really helpful to give me a mental reset just because I've been going hard. I mean, I started CrossFit in 2007 and I've been going hard since then. So 2 years out of the last 17 or so, 17, 18, whatever years, it was really huge for me. And then now I'm back. Now, guess what? I went backwards to go forwards. And then now I'm passionate about it again. Like I'm actually more fired up about it now.
Right.
It was because I took such a big step back.
Yeah,
Because
celebrate.
yeah, because like when you do anything for 10 years plus, like you're gonna get over it. You're gonna get over it. No matter how much you love it, you're gonna kind of get over it. And that's what was happening to me. And so I decided I'm gonna take a step back. I'm gonna get unfit for a little bit so I can get that fire back underneath me, which
gives you an opportunity to work on other things too.
Yeah, exactly. I just kind of pivoted a little bit. I still worked out, still did CrossFit, but it wasn't my main focus for 2 years, like it has been in previous years. So that was really good for me. What's a movement that you're loving right now, and what's one you still hate? This is a fun question.
Well, I can start with what I don't like, because I really don't like things that make my arms bigger.
I like what? Your arms look
So many comments on my arms, like I don't know. I can't.
comments on your arms.
Oh my goodness, that's the first thing people notice. I have to keep them covered.
Isn't that a compliment?
I guess it depends on how you say it. But I mean, I appreciate it. So bicep curls. I feel like bicep curls are so hard. I really struggle with just some upper body gymnastics stuff. But I will definitely say bicep curls. I don't like bicep curls. One thing I love, I'm always going to love the Ollie lifts. I've been liking the gymnastics. I've been really focusing on gymnastics. So I get excited when I see ring muscle ups now.
Nice, finally.
I mean,
it's about time. Welcome to the club.
Oh, I know. I mean, can I do super big sets? I'm getting there, but I do get excited to see them just to test my training, see where I'm at.
How many can you do unbroken right now?
The most that I've done is 6.
Nice.
But the last time I did it training with my partner, I did 3 sets of 6. So that was pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well done.
That's cool.
Very
with
good.
some sled work in between, a little bit of rest. So that's cool. See if I can do that during comps.
Yeah, it's a whole other ball game when you have a high heart rate. But no, that's great though. I mean, you have to do it well, in a controlled setting before you can do it in an intense setting. So that's really good.
And that's actually one of the biggest things that I got from you doing individual programming. And I tell people this all the time. And this is what I was saying. It's not about doing more. It's about how you do it. But I love that you had me start with one clean ring muscle up.
Yep.
And you had me practicing beautiful, perfect singles.
For 1 rep.
for one.
with a lot of rest.
Yes, and that really stuck with me, and so now that's something that I coach other people on. I mean, like, yeah, I know there's 3 to 5 reps on the board, but can you actually do it? I mean, maybe you can do it, but is it pretty? Are you doing it?
Yeah.
Are you doing it well?
Isn't it sloppy?
Yeah. So what are you really getting out of it? So I really appreciate it. I like that you started me with 1. You said to make it perfect, make it beautiful. And then you started having me do 2, and then you had me do 3s, and it just kind of came together. And I think that's very important, keeping the quality of the reps, especially for those high skills. And so that's something that I really got from your individual programming, and I'm always going to remember and appreciate that.
Yeah. And this goes back to one of my favorite coaching lines. And if anyone listening to this gets anything out of this podcast, just remember this: you have to get good before you can get fast. I'll say that again. You have to get good before you can get fast. So make sure your quality of movement is solid. Make sure that you can do it with a low heart rate before you do it with a high heart rate.
Yep.
Stop trying to do things that are very high skill that you're not ready for yet in a conditioning piece. Separate them, isolate your weaknesses, train them. And then especially when it comes to gymnastics, I think this is really easy to do with like Olympic lifts or like squatting or like just strength work or in general, is applying progressive overload. I think people understand that and they're willing to be patient with that. You know, no one has a problem resting 2 minutes for a set of 5 back squat. But if I tell you to rest 2 minutes after a set of 2 muscle ups, or like rest 2 minutes after a 10-foot handstand walk, people like this isn't like, and you're not supposed to be doing this. This is not CrossFit. But you have to isolate those areas and know what it feels like, because when you get into a high heart rate setting, things tend to fall apart.
Yeah, and it really gave me a chance to just understand the movement. And I like that because I love the ollie lifts, you just kind of made that connection with the ollie lifts, and that made a lot of sense to me. Yeah, we did 1 rep, and we would rest a lot in between. And, you know, when you're doing Olympic weightlifting only, I mean, you're only training 2-3 lifts, and they had to be perfect. So if you're going to do an Olympic weightlifting competition, like, they had to be spot on. So I like that you just made that connection with gymnastics. It is the same. So when I see people trying these high skill movements, and like, maybe you just need to scale it back a little bit, work on the progressions, make sure the progressions are really good before you start actually attempting them. And when you do attempt them, just do 1. Make sure that single is perfect and go from there.
Fantastic.
And just pay attention to how many you're doing, and progress it. Like you said, next week, do a little bit more, or just when you're ready. You'll know by feel. Yeah.
That is very true.
Yeah.
You will know.
Yeah.
What's something that you've learned from a client that recently surprised you?
What's something that you've learned from a client that recently surprised you?
Oh, okay. Well, I guess we're going to answer a question with a question.
Turn the tables.
Well, I'm the one asking the questions here, but I'll answer your question to let you think a little bit.
Okay.
I know your tactics.
Yeah.
This is not my first rodeo. So John is one of my clients, and John is doing a fantastic job, and he's such a hard worker. And when he first started with me, he was pretty out of shape. He's been out of shape for a while, and nothing drastic, but like, he definitely need to get back into it. And recently he went on vacation to Canada, and then they did some hiking, and he came back and he told me like his fitness was so much better. He could go on hikes, he could see all these amazing views. Like, he wasn't tired, he wasn't winded, and he's like, if I did that hike a year ago, I would have been dead. Like, he's like, I don't even think I could have done the hike, let alone done it with my family. And he's like, that really gave me something special. And so I mean, he got to enjoy his vacation. He was up there for like a week, I think, and he had a great time. And
got to see the world, because you're fit enough to see the world.
Yeah, exactly. Like, your body is like your vehicle to be able to do all these great things and these fun things and take you places where many people can't see. And if you're unfit, it makes it that much more difficult. And even if you can physically do it, if you're not physically fit enough to handle it, or barely physically fit enough to handle it, you're not going to enjoy it as much, because you're going to be huffing and puffing.
Yeah. I mean, pictures don't do it justice. You got to go out there and see it for yourself. So, and I think that's the biggest win, is when you can take your fitness outside of the gym. I mean, that's the whole point of training, is to enjoy our lives and to see the world and see what you can do outside. I think what was the question again? The one thing that surprised me, maybe working with my client Claudio. I mean, I've been working with him. He said it's only been a year, but he's done so much in a year.
It's
And I think
crazy
that's
how much he's done in a year.
Yeah,
It's nuts.
he said that to me the other day. I'm like, that's it. It's only been a year, and he's already doing kipping pull-ups. We're working on chest to bar. We're working on handstand push-ups. It took me a lot longer than a year when I was learning. So he's been investing the time into it, and I thought that was very shocking. Just the time frame of some things. I mean, you're gonna make faster progress when you put more time into it and working one-on-one with the coach. You're gonna see it way faster, because I definitely didn't do that when I started CrossFit, and it took me a lot longer to learn kipping pull-ups, handstand push-ups, muscle ups. I'm sure he'll get a muscle up soon.
Yeah, no, it's crazy how quickly that Claudio has progressed, especially someone who's coming from like no athletic or fitness background.
That is
Like
crazy.
you have to give context to this, that like he's doing all this advanced CrossFit stuff in a year with no athletic background. Like he didn't play sports in college or high school, and he joined just because he wanted to get fitter. And then
He works on a desk.
yeah, he's I think is a software engineer. So very intelligent, but he's
Come a long way.
he's come such a long way. It's so cool to see his progress, and he's also one of the nicest guys you'll ever. On top of that,
He works so hard. He does all the right things. So
works so hard, he listens, and it's funny how that directly correlates to. I mean, he's already successful in his career, but it's funny how that correlates to success in fitness as well. Just simply because usually those kinds of people are willing to be coached, and they're willing to listen. They're willing to invest time into it, and they're like, I'm just gonna do what the person who knows better than me is gonna do as well.
yeah, he's very coachable, and I think that's where you're going to see a lot of growth too, is being coachable.
Oh yeah, 100%. And especially with Claudio, I mean, he shows up so consistently.
Yes,
I think that's something that's just so underrated, that it also shows the power of like you said, individual programming earlier, but working one-on-one with a coach and actually doing some one-on-one sessions with people. We see people who do one-on-one progress so much faster, because it took me 2 years to learn double unders. Now, had I just had a coach, but back then, like I started CrossFit when there weren't that many CrossFit gyms. The closest CrossFit gym to me was like 30 minutes away. So I wasn't worth it for me.
There's so much information available now too. I mean, just the coaching is just way better. It's not that my coaches weren't good then. It's just,
it's evolved.
yeah, it's evolved, and there's just more information available now than it was back then. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you're listening to this and you're struggling with something, or you're just not happy with how fast you're progressing, invest the time into getting a one-on-one coach to help you get to the next level, because I guarantee you it's worth it. And I've worked on one-on-one with plenty of coaches in the past, both in business and fitness, and it's been worth it every single time.
Yeah, you're just going to see the results faster. If there's something you really want, you just got to book the session. And then I'm pretty sure you're going to get that faster than you think.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
What's a belief about fitness or coaching that you feel more people need to hear, even if it's unpopular?
It's going to take a long time. You need to be patient. Things take a long time to learn, to understand. I think people see us working out and think they can do it right away, but I mean, we've put in the time. We put in the time and the years, so you just gotta take it day by day. Just try to be 1% better every day, and keep working on it. Keep showing up, and just wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, just wait. Be patient. You're not gonna get it right away. Even if you keep doing it over and over again, I think it's just gonna take longer than you think. That's all.
Yeah. There's someone asked me the other day, they're like, Matt, I really want to be able to do what you can do, and, blah, 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 all this other stuff. And I was like, I just reminded them, I'm like, dude, I've been doing this for 18 years. I've been doing literally my only fitness routine has been only CrossFit. And also 10 of those years being highly competitive, working one-on-one with coaches, doing up to 4 hours of training a day. So, I mean, it'd be unreasonable for me not to be pretty good at this. And I told him, I'm like, it's going to take time.
Yeah.
Like, you have to remember, like, you look at me and you just see a finished product, but you didn't see all the years where I struggled. You didn't see, that's why I posted the old pictures of me doing 2010 sectionals when I was skinny and I was weak and I couldn't I could barely. I've just learned how to do butterfly pull-ups and double unders, and I was struggling. I was messing up a lot. I really struggled in that competition, but then that propelled me into pursuing this full time, and I'm really happy I did that. And I think a lot of people are afraid to struggle, or they don't want to look bad in front of other people. But especially in the CrossFit community, no one cares. We've all been there. We've all had bad workouts. We've been there. We've all been embarrassed. At some point,
we've all started.
But since we all have been embarrassed, it's like we're there to pick you up. And I distinctly remember I just learned double unders, by the way. They had beaded ropes. It was the last station. I'm winning the heat. Okay, this is the very first competition I ever did. I'm leading the heat by a lot, my heat. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm actually kind of good at this. And I get to the double unders as a beaded rope. I practice on this rope and I could not figure it out. And every single person passed me on the last station of a long workout too. It was at UCLA. And I remember being so embarrassed. I was swearing. Everyone could see I was frustrated, but there were people in spectating who were watching me, and they were like trying to coach me through it and telling me, hey, stop getting frustrated. You can do it. Hey, take a breath, stop, refocus. And like these are people who didn't even know me, who were trying to help me finish this workout. And then, that shows the power of the community of CrossFit, that, we don't need, I don't know you, but I can relate to you, and I want to help you. I want to see you succeed. Yeah. And that's a really special thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the beauty of CrossFit. I think people need to give themselves credit too, because yes, it takes a long time, but I see some of our newer members are learning things so quickly. Like, man, it took me way longer when I was learning it back then. And that goes back to just the information that's available now and the coaching,
and also it's available, all the pain that we went through. Yeah. So Eric's trying to say, so we can relate to it and be like, we can prevent a lot of things we got and take years off the learning curve for you, just simply because we've been there, we've done all these progressions, and we know how long it'll take based on how much work you're willing to put in.
Yeah. So be patient, but also give yourself credit. I mean, you are making progress. Maybe you're not getting it right now, but it's really about the journey and not the result. So again, take it day by day and just try to be 1% better every day.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And attach a longer time horizon to it. I mean, fitness is a journey without an end date. And when you approach it like that, it's much more sustainable, and you realize that this is something I'm be doing for the rest of my life. Yes. So figure out a way to where I can actually enjoy the process, and it's about who you become along the way.
Mm-hmm. That's my favorite line when I tell members, clients, I would hope that you're going to do this for the rest of your life. So it's okay if you don't get it right now. If you are committed to this, I mean, you'll be doing this for a long time, and at some point it's just going to get boring. So you might as well just enjoy the ride, enjoy the journey, the fails, the struggles, because at some point you're going to be doing it over and over again, and it's just going to get, I want to say, kind of mundane, but I do like that CrossFit is always kind of leveling up the skills, because at some point, like, you're struggling with handstand walks and handstand push-ups right now, but hey, look, now there's wall-facing handstand push-ups. And now people are doing handstand walk backwards. And now we're doing double under crossover.
I was going to say double under crossover.
Yeah. So,
oh my God, we're just,
it's a journey, and one day you're going to be doing this over and over again, and you're going to have to learn something else and go through that struggle again. So just take it easy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Real quick, everybody, if you got this far into the podcast, thank you so much for listening. The only way this podcast grows is through you. So if you did get some value, it would mean the world to me if you shared this with a friend or took a second to leave a review, not just for me, but because it might give someone else the knowledge, the motivation that they need to dial in their fitness journey. Thank you so much for the support. So kind of playing off the last question, Kim, is what's a hard truth that you had to accept in your own fitness journey as an athlete or a coach?
I can't do everything. That was a big thing I had to learn this year. I want to do it all. I want to teach. I want to coach. I want to train. And I want to do the class. I want to do the build and burn. I want to do my programming. I can't do everything. And I think that goes for everyone else. Like, they want to do the muscle ups and they want to do the handstand walking. And you just got to narrow it down, see what you really want. And that's why the individual programming was very helpful. because I felt like I was just trying to do everything and maybe making progress, but it's kind of slow progress. That's because I was trying to do so much. But when I started working with you and you know, kind of adjusted the amount that I was doing and gave me more specific things, that's when I started to see some fast growth. Yeah, I just can't do everything. I want to do everything, but I can't. So I just gotta take it easy. Look at my goals again. Just narrow it down, and focus on the things that I really want to achieve in my life.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It reminds me of one of my favorite quotes of all time is, to do great things, we must do fewer things.
Yeah. Yeah. I like that. Mm-hmm. It's not about how much you do, it's how you do it. Quality over quantity.
I like what you said about how people want to have it all and do it all. And I think that's a kind of one of the many deficiencies of human nature, is that we want it all and we think we can do it all. Like, our brain always overestimates how much we can actually kick on.
Bite off more we can chew.
And you know, mastery all comes down to, it's not what you add on, it's what you remove.
Yeah. And when you take stuff off your plate, you're making room for the things that matter.
Yeah.
So.
And saying no is really hard.
Yeah.
It's really hard to say no to things that you really want to do. But that's ultimately how you become good. I mean, look at anyone who's ever achieved anything. Like, we look at their achievements and we see them and we're in awe, but we don't look at the back end, or we don't look underneath the hood of where all the other opportunities that they had to say no to in order to achieve that one thing that they were going for. And another one of my favorite quotes that I'll throw in here is, focus is what you don't do.
Nice. I like that. Mm-hmm. Focus is what you don't do. Can you go into that a little bit more?
So focus is ultimately what you say no to. Ultimately, it's everything that I don't do, and I focus on the one thing that's actually the highest leverage thing that I can do in order to propel myself forward, whether that be fitness, business, career, doesn't matter. It's all about trimming, like pruning the tree.
Yeah.
It's like, how much can you prune the tree to make it as efficient as possible?
Yeah. I like that, because I'm trying to take care of some plants right now, and you got to take off some leaves so some new ones can. That's what I'm learning. It's nice when they look all full, but
literally.
Yeah. But you know, some of them start to look dead. You got to pull those off, and then you'll see growth, and it's beautiful.
Nice.
It's nice. It's really cool to see.
Fantastic. Last question. So what's one moment in the last year that remind you of why you coach in the first place?
I mean, I love to see all the PRs. Whether I work one-on-one, whether it's in class, whether it's my one-on-one client or not, they're working with other coaches. It's a beautiful thing to see other people grow. And I get so excited for them because I know what that feels like. And that's why it's hard to stop coaching, because I know I'm contributing to that. Even if I'm not working one-on-one with them and they're working one-on-one with someone else, I just know that being there and supporting them in the journey, cheering for them, I think that helps a lot. Just putting that energy out there that I do believe in you. And I always will, because I believe in myself. If I can do it, you can do it. I mean, I came from nothing. So, yeah, I really do believe anyone can CrossFit. Anyone can do a muscle up, handstand walk. If you just keep believing in yourself and keep showing up, then again, get the direction, get the advice from the right coach that knows you well. But that's what keeps me going for coaching. That's the best part. What about you?
Well, that was very well said.
Yeah. I mean, seeing the growth, seeing like Ryan PR'd her snatch beautifully just the other day.
Oh, that was awesome. My
Goodness.
She didn't even know how much weight was on the bar.
Seeing Allie get muscle ups. I love when people send me videos of their PRs. I love when people post them on their Instagram. It's just so exciting.
Yeah, never be afraid to post your wins on Instagram. And I know that you may feel kind of what do the kids say these days, cringy, but there's nothing wrong with celebrating with what you've accomplished, and you should be very proud of that, and be proud that that you're doing things that 99% of the rest of the population won't even ever do. Yeah.
And don't be afraid to film yourself. I mean, some people are so insecure about filming themselves. I mean, it's really nice to see where you've started and just where you end up. Because we didn't really have that when we started.
Yeah, I really
like I literally have one video of myself doing a clean with some Sauconys on. I got some knee-high socks on, bright pink clothes, and that's it. I have one clean, like 65 pounds, and that is it. And so I really wish I had taken more videos of when I first started.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, I started in 2007, so we didn't really have very good cameras back then. We had like flip cameras or something. It was really bad. The quality was terrible. And I really wish I kept some of those really old videos that I did have. I don't even know where they are, but I had some old videos of me doing Fran in like 10 minutes, and I really wish I had those just to kind of look back and see how far I've come. I think I do have an old video on Facebook of me doing like a 2009 CrossFit Games qualifier, like last chance qualifier workout, which I'll have to dig up. Yeah, that was 2010. Little Matt, little 22-year-old Matt. Yeah, I look like Hunter. But
yeah.
But yeah, document your journey, guys. Even if you don't post it, at least film it, take pictures, because you're gonna look back and you're gonna really wish you had some of those memories and look back and see how far you've come. It's very special. Any final thoughts before I wrap things up, Kim?
Keep showing up. Be 1% better every single day. Don't fall off the wagon. If you fall off the wagon, you hop right back on. I mean, consistency always wins. So that will be my final piece of advice.
Awesome. Thank you so much for coming on, Kim. It was wonderful having you.
Thank you, Matt. This was fun.
This was really fun.
Yeah,
I'll be back on to get an update.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for listening, and nailed it.
Nailed it.